Tazia is finally out. Let's get some wins. What's poppin' everyone, it's your boy Levi, and hopefully we'll have a better video than the last time. If you're new to this series, this is the series I do every time a new character comes out, where I try to get a win in my first 20 games, while knowing next to nothing about the character. Last time I managed to get a win with Isaac, in my second game. Obviously, I want to try and win as much as possible, but I want the wins to come because I'm making good plays, not because the character is busted. Game 1, and to reiterate, the only knowledge I have of this character is from the trailer and the Lumiapedia video. I feel like I absorbed a lot from that video though, and I think Tazia's low range will fit well with my comfort zone of characters. I get kinda hoed here in hospital with the distribution already being gone, and I try to force it anyways. Then I take a TP to TP into another zone in the hospital, and I end up getting the same spawn. I promise this build is really fast guys, I'm just making it look slow. As we know from my previous videos, even when you get hella delayed, it's still pretty free. I really like this build. It's a mocha bread health potion route that gets to Sem hella early. A little bit of CDR, a little bit of healing reduction, spirit culling for the SP regen, and I think it makes a pretty decent build when it comes together. I took this first game to try and figure out some of the spells of Tazia and how to farm with them. The Q kind of felt awkward at the low range, and you're a little reliant on it. It's what sets up your glass shards along with your first basic attack. The W is a glass wall that stuns when shattered, and if you use your empowered Q to push the target through it, it makes a pretty good poke combo. The E lets you dash, and if you dash the glass shards, it resets and gives you a shield. It also goes over walls, which is pretty handy. And lastly, the R shatters all glass pillars on the ground, and if you hit them in the center of the R, it does bonus damage and slows. Honestly, the range on this is huge, and way bigger than I thought it would be. This game is really just me not running into anyone, so I decided to force a fight on Omega with a Chloe, just so I could try to fight someone. Chloe isn't really the optimal target, and I feel like it's kind of an unwinnable matchup, but I feel like I really didn't troll this fight that hard. If that's anyone other than Chloe, I'd probably make it a lot closer of a fight, and maybe even win it. Game 2, and this time I was contested at Tree. This game is a better example of how fast this build is. I managed to get a better of a Yuki and forced him out, but unfortunately the other Tazia got the tree while I was healing up. I decided on Meteorite instead so that I can hopefully get my Death Rune online. Knowing Aiden just got nerfed, I decided to try and grab Meteorite and get out before it could kill me. And I would have been able to if my greedy ass didn't try to get the kill too. Things were looking okay until the end of the fight. I got my empowered Q and unfortunately QW'd instead of WQ'd. This resulted in a huge loss of damage for me when my ult came down, and unfortunately I died because I didn't get the kill. I think that if I do the spells in the correct order, that's a free kill for me. On to the next one. I get the tree once again hella quick, and it's basically mine. Another Tazia does run up on me at the tree, and I feel like I get my first real good fight. This was a pretty clean kill in my opinion. I get a tree, make glacial shoes, and we're not going to talk about how the rest of this game goes. I get sandwiched in school trying to go for Meteorite, and I hit my big ass forehead against the side of the bus trying to dash through it. Why Tazia got this big ass forehead, man? You fucking kidding me, dog? Come on. Another game, another tree, and this time there's some Tazias lurking in the water. However, they were more preoccupied with each other than trying to contest me on tree. I felt bad that they were griefing each other, so I ended up going to third party them. It's like they're out of mana. Dun 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 dun. Oh, he's got 3 items, never mind. Even though I'm sure it would have been free, I decided on TPing to Avenue once again for glacial shoes and Death Rune prep. And I'm rewarded with a dying Aya. However, my brain took a second to recalculate and I just didn't kill her. How did I fuck that up, dude? Oh my god, I fucking panicked. This seems to be a reoccurring pattern with new characters for me. With my glacial shoes, I decided to contest Meteorite feeling decently strong, but not mechanically sound. Now that the other Tazia from before was full build, I wasn't going to spare them, so I took a fight with them. Really? There we go. I played it pretty bad, but they played it worse, so I'm able to get the kill. Today was apparently preoccupy yourself with other enemies while Levi takes an objective day, because I got a Meteorite for free. Alright, later, dude. Have fun with that kill. He's not even gonna get him? We didn't even get him! That's so tragic. Thinking I could probably get a free Omega, I went to archery range, and I was mostly right. Thanks to radar vision, I could prep for Kathy coming, and I stacked my passive up before she got there. Unfortunately, the second she engaged on me, my stacks wore off, and it threw me off a bit. I was expecting my empowered Q soon. Oh, they ran out! That's so not fair. I get away briefly, but not understanding how busted Kathy was in her overpowered current state, I took a fight with her again and paid for it. I figured that if I could get a big W stun, I could probably burst her down since she didn't have ultimate, but it was today that I learned that W isn't an instant cast and it has a small delay on it. Hello? How did that W not... Does it have a delay? I thought it was instant. Fuck. Well, it's that time. Here's the build I went with. I eventually ended up switching to Red Sprite from Vampiric. I don't really know which one's better. To be honest, they both kind of feel good in their respective situations. I felt like I was doing a lot of poking at objectives though, so I took Red Sprite. Game 5, here we go. Feeling good about this one. Once again, I'm early for Tree, so I'm able to get my mastery up a bit. And once again, I have the same Tazia fight at Tree. I managed to get it, but I got pushed out into red towards Avenue. No problem, I was heading there anyways. I make glacial shoes and decide to clear out the hunt. I wanted to focus on my mastery this game and make sure I was strong enough to contest objectives. I picked myself up a free meteorite and took the fight with a Tazia that I've been fighting all day. Levi comes out on top, baby. Give me that kill. I finished making my death rune and pick up some hunts in alley. So far so good. This is looking good for me. I decided to keep the ball rolling since I had some transitions and stayed in alley for meteorite. The Echion was getting a little fed, which in my head sounded like a horrible matchup for me. Thankfully, the meteorite was free, and I made my Kambana. I didn't have enough credits for a force core, so I decided to call in a mithril to upgrade my arm. 4 transitions with Omega spawning. I figured no one in the lobby could touch me. My only issue would be that if Echion showed up, because I knew I would miss everything with all his dashes. And yeah, that was the end of my run. I didn't play it good, but I feel like I shouldn't have been able to die that quickly for someone that missed ultimate like he did. Kind of unfortunate. The rest of the games didn't go well, so this is a fail. By the time this video comes out, Tazia will actually be hotfixed, where she's getting a damaged nerf on her Q. Not sure if I agree with that one, but it's being compensated with extra range, which should at least be a little helpful. I think they should honestly just move some of the ult damage to her Q, and she would be good. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get the win this time, so I will have to do a punishment. Tazia definitely feels difficult to play. Having all skill shots in a playstyle where you're punished heavily for making one small slip up is a tough combination. If you're a new player, I wouldn't recommend her until you get the hang of the game first. The punishment for not getting a win comes from Zero, who left a comment last time I asked for punishments. Let me know in the comments below what I should do for future punishments. Thank you so much for watching if you made it to this point. Tazia was pretty fun, but she's definitely a complicated character. It's going to take more than 20 games for me personally to get a win. How did your day one go, by the way? Like the video if you're enjoying Eternal Return and subscribe for more videos similar to this one. Make sure you click that card in the end screen to see my trailer analysis of Tazia.